Welcome to the March 2022 edition of Oilfield Network News, where our goals are to help by eliminating repeat accidents, highlighting new technology, and helping provide career and networking information for people in the oil and gas industry. In safety this month, we will continue with the importance of knowing your workplace. Last 2 months, we've had individuals fall off a rig into the Gulf of Mexico and get shot by a defective setting tool bleed screw. This month, there's a story from the past when someone working for a service company was awakened by an incoming helicopter on an offshore rig in the middle of the night, which is rarely a good thing. Someone had fallen into the mud pit and drowned. This was a failure of not only knowing potential slip hazards in your workplace, but also working alone in an area that should have a spotter in case of accident. The person who fell off the rig had a spotter and was immediately picked up by the standby boat. Without a helper, this one ended in a fatality. If you or someone on your team or even someone in your family at home are doing work that could end badly if there was a fall, make sure you either get someone to stand by or at a minimum have an open phone line and talk through the procedure. You should think, what would happen if I fell, and have a plan for worst case scenario. On the job front side, while we take a look at rig count provided by Baker Hughes, I'd like to thank everyone again in our industry for keeping the lights on and fulfilling energy needs for the billions of people sharing our planet. As with energy challenges in the past, our industry has stepped up with technology and solutions to meet the needs of the world. Recently, there's been a focus and emphasis on clean energy, and again, we're answering the call with technology-driven solutions. On that topic, here are some short clips from a recent interview with Ken Landgren on carbon capture with gas power generation.
So the main thing I did was look for how much CO2 is emitted from using 1 MCF of natural gas to create electricity. Turns out that's about 53 kilograms. And then looking at the cost to capture a kilogram or the emissions from a kilogram of CO2, I found that there was a fairly wide range, but typically between about 4 cents and about 15 cents per kilogram were the cost. And then when you look at the cost, there's the cost to capture. But if you're capturing and storing it, then you have to capture, transport, store. And if you store it in the ground, you need to monitor that. So I found estimates of those costs and added them all together. And then when we looked at the cost, it was interesting. Natural gas prices have ranged between around $2.50 to $8 per MCF, with some peaks at around 10 and 13. And so the CCS cost for natural gas for 1 MCF would raise the natural gas prices by about $2 to $7 per MCF. So if it's $2 per MCF and the current cost is $7 or $8, then that additional cost is not too much. But if it's the high range, then the cost would get pretty large. And the thinking would be, what if we could reduce the cost to produce natural gas enough to pay for the carbon capture costs? That's an interesting question that we look at. How much would we have to reduce our lifting costs, which goes right to efficiencies in producing oil and gas.
Thank you, Ken, for taking the time to look at the numbers on carbon capture. You'll find that complete interview on the Oilfield Network News LinkedIn feed and on the Full Stories tab of our website. You can contact Ken via LinkedIn if you'd like to join in that discussion or download his paper. It's good news for job seekers, as just about everyone we spoke with is in hiring mode. We also heard from Eric Gagan, who's co-chair of an SPE Gulf Coast section hiring event coming up on April 26th. Here's some information that Eric provided. Look for more on this in our April edition. In the meantime, check their website if you're a company hiring or someone looking for work. Since there are plenty of opportunities in hiring this month, let's talk about a business opportunity that is many times a side job that you can have fun, perhaps generate another revenue stream, and continue to have a full-time job in the oil and gas industry. This idea came to light when interviewing Ken, and there was a music stand with some sheet music in the background. Ken plays trombone in musical groups and also sings in a choir. Here's another picture of a band called Sharkbait that was made up of a majority of, at the time, full-time engineers, now retired from Chevron, keyboardist Neil Henry, and now retired from Schlumberger, drummer Rob Salzman. The rest of the band is still out there playing, with Bob Hervey on lead guitar, Teresa Martin on keyboard, and Tony Siragusa on drums. If you are a solo artist or playing a group for fun, you should contact the guitarist and lead singer of Sharkbait, Dan Ennis, and he can help you with networking and maybe get you in places that have open mic nights at fun spots like Frank and Bolt's Brewing Company. As in finding any job, networking is key in the music business, and Dan recommends open mic nights to get out there and find paying gig opportunities. Look for him or shoot him an email on danennis.com. If you exercise the right brain with side music gigs, let us know, and I'll tell others where to find you playing out. So all of you musicians out there, keep on playing and have a safe March, and we'll see you in April.